Alright, here we have standard, and the first thing I'm going to look at is the tire wheel. One, two. Yeah, this is still early. Alright, I think maybe we'll just practice in video and set it up. Here I want you to, since you're so far ahead, I want you to go ahead, since you're turned against the dog, let's go ahead and add the motion component. So if you're going to go this way, go ahead and start moving that way even before the dog gets in, because the dog is still taking off a little too far. The dog should take one more stride, and that's what we want to get here. You can be a little more upright as well. Crouching down low does not lead to tighter turns for most dogs. Here we do go in a little too deep into the tunnel. It's an easy thing to do, but you could probably send your dog into the tunnel from back here. That would be more advantageous for the next part of the course. Here the dog does not read this turn well at all. So you can see that you're very upright and facing this way, so the dog chooses to extend, and then you whip the turn out. And you can see that the dog immediately responds, but it's very difficult, and the dog almost slips, which I think speaks to the footing that you were talking about here. Here, as soon as the dog is committed to the jump, you need to cut a little more sharply this way. I should see less of your right shoulder, more of your left shoulder. But that was still a beautiful response here from the dog. Very nice on the teeter if you marked it. If you expect the dog to rock back and stay, that did not meet criteria. Okay, very nice performance here. I like that you got the blind cross going before you crossed the edge of the A-frame. I'm not sure why you stopped here. Let me read criteria. Okay, so this was supposed to be the stop. This was what you were talking about. Yeah, so if he jumps off, at least you had the stop. I would have stopped for a little bit longer. I know it felt like forever, but it wasn't. So here the dog flies off. You're holding your position, and now you go. So you did not even wait one full second. I usually like to wait a good 2 or 3 seconds so the dog knows very clearly. Sometimes the dog even bark at you, come around to your other side. That's when the dog knows the behavior chain is interrupted. This could be just I don't know what this could be, but to the dog it may be continuous and reinforcing. So it is a big deal because it probably undid a lot of the hard work that you put in there. And I think the good thing here is recognizing that your behavior is very different in trials as from practice, and so this is how it happens to your dog as well, right? You would never do that in practice, but over in trials you feel different pressures, different goals, different motivations, different levels of adrenaline, and our dogs experience that as well. Very intricate rear cross work that's very well done here. I like the decel helping the dog come find the spot, and then we want to mark that. Let me try and listen. Okay, I'm going to pull back, turn the volume way up. You will not be able to hear it because it's coming through the headphones. Okay, yeah, I still can't pick out your voice from the other voices. So here is probably where I'm going to mark it. And very nice. All right, let me know if you have any questions. I'm pretty interested in fixing the start line thing, because if your dog's doing this maybe like 1 out of every 8, 9, 10 runs, I mean, that's like a 10% fail rate right off the bat from a drop bar. So let's see if we can maybe find a sweet spot for your dog. We want to first check with distances, and then the next thing we're going to check is approaching at different angles, which changes the presentation of the bar to the dog. Usually they get a little more jumpy, a little more effort when they approach slices. So you may need to set your dog up at a slice, and basically your dog always starts on a turn.